Oh.
Are you? You feeling better?
Not 100%, but good enough to raid, hopefully. I think if I talk too much, I am going to be sick, though, so I'll probably be a little bit quieter today.
Oh, my inventory is different.
Oh, does that mean if we clear you won't get your totem?
No, it's different, not full. I ate pineapple orange jelly because it's where my Mokeko was the past like 5 weeks.
That's an interesting title stuff.
Hey, I wear a tiara and I main hammer. Deal with it.
There's
Ah, good. At least it's working for me this time.
back. On 3 stack. Red. Blue safe. Block. Blue. Red. Red. Blue.
Oh, that is 200 MS ping.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, this is normal for you, though, isn't it?
Yes. That's why I said welcome to the club.
Out 3 mid. Out. In 1-3. Look away. Wait. Go. Delta. Pairs. Four DPS. Who's in? Spread.
Someone really wants my attention. That's 3 texts in a row. Let me just see what this is real quick. Oh.
Add?
Next time we, after this pull, I need to take care of something, it looks like.
Fair enough.
Who fed me Wheaties today?
It was me.
Oh, thank you.
Takes 2 to tango.
As a reminder, I'm involving the shared buster, or I'm kitchen sinking the shared buster here.
Oh, you're not comboing?
Exactly. Changes nothing for you, Das.
Okay. Do you need a snappier evoke or anything?
Nope.
It isn't scary, honestly.
Debuffs.
I will kill myself later
Okay.
after I bait my thing.
We were short on the
I have
attack.
to.
Oh, I think I'm dead. Goodbye. Well,
Not just you.
Well,
Oh.
yeah, sorry about that. I dropped the rewind in the wrong place because I have been gazed for the last, like, I don't know, 6 times we did this mechanic. And I was like, I need to drop this close to the part. Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh, that does like no
Cypher-
fucking damage.
It's so pathetic.
Yeah, no, we went into it the first time we did it that way, expecting it to do damage, and we had like Adlo and Aquavale and Divine Venison, and it literally, I think, did 0.
What is the benefit of doing that?
It gives me a better invuln or a comfier invuln in the next phase.
Okay.
Yes, Cinna suggested it.
Yeah, we stole it from Cinna.
Gotcha.
It makes my darklit invuln easier.
Oh, you invuln during Darklit? Oh, for the Atmon.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought. Okay, yeah, I figured I would be doing first invuln there. That's fine. 'Cause I think it's up by. I think mine is up by then. But if that works out, then sure, we can do that.
It's just easier for me to hit invuln than just live through it, and then I think your invuln will be back, so you can use it then. And we don't need it in CT. I think we'll have mine back for phase 5.
No clue. Yo, we got the fucking OG Niaglam. Let's fucking go.
Das. What do you think of the plan to go to study, keep studying in school for a few more years, just so I can say PhD's nuts?
That seems like a valid reason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
blaze
I
your
thought
glory,
so.
dude.
I think I might do it.
God, I fucking hate the photograph emote.
They keep adding really annoying emotes that people love to spam.
It's not the fact that people are spamming it. It's the fact that like I'm gonna sound like such a fucking boomer, but like I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the art style of the game being eroded.
No, I agree with you.
How does this erode the art style of the game?
The camera is
It's
just
not-
a little too modern.
Yes and
It
no.
doesn't. My
it's not the-
disbelief isn't destroyed because I feel like Charlian could create that. We've got the
The-
spaceship, but
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not. It's
just
not the
doesn't
camera
look
alone.
right.
It's not the camera alone. It's just that like over the years they are adding more and more like modern clothing, tech wear, streetwear. I don't really vibe with Solution 9 either.
Yeah. The big thing for me is a lot of people are, like point out arguments like, oh, we got advanced civilizations and stuff. It's entirely plausible, but I have to point out stuff like Gorgon Mode still uses like very sort of like neo-modern kind of stuff, where it's kind of like not quite modern, but not quite like fantasy either.
Well, and also Garlemald's in fucking ruins now.
Yeah, it was like the closest we had to like analogous for like anything oil or steam driven.
Yeah. There was a very sort of like distinct style or aesthetic, I guess, back in A Realm Reborn. Well, actually, A Realm Reborn all the way through until, honestly, yeah, until Endwalker, really. In terms of like getting, well, in A Realm Reborn and Heaven's Ward, it was very much like dark fantasy, kind of gothic fantasy. In Stormblood, we started moving a little bit further away from that, but still felt within the scope of fantasy. Yeah, we got Omega, but Omega tied back into like the hyper advanced Allagans, and Omega was like a one-off thing, and was also very much kind of in ruins itself. But now we're getting like, yeah, the streetwear, the Magitech wear. Yeah, as I say, as a fucking hypocrite who wears the Magitech jacket all the time. I don't know. I liked it when the technology in the game, like when the super advanced stuff wasn't everywhere, I guess. Like
it's why I enjoyed the high fantasy aesthetic that was present for like most of like Stormblood onwards.
Yeah.
And you look at like particularly not just like the official stuff they're adding, all the mod stuff that people are adding in, like the people don't understand like the consistency of like a particular like aesthetic or art direction.
Yeah, I mean you have to discount mods, right? Like you can't like have a discussion about the aesthetic of the game and then try and include mods in that discussion. It's just not fucking happening, right? Like if somebody's gonna go ahead and mod in like a fucking a fucking Gucci bag, then like they're gonna do it. That said, I mean the fucking Leatherworkers Guild had designer leather handbags, so fuck me, I guess, but
yeah,
like, that feels a lot more grounded than, you know, a fucking Nintendo Switch.
I feel like the biggest problem is there's the massive like acceptance and or like pervasion of like the modernity of stuff trickling into the game with stuff like Solution 9.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like in a vacuum Solution 9 is fine, but it's combined with like everything else that feels a little bit rough.
I just don't like the people who are like
okay.
Oh.
All right. Well, that sucks.
That sucks.
An early break?
I don't know. Let me see if he says anything. So said anything. He hopped out of Discord. I will ping him real fast, although I imagine he's probably not.
I imagine he's driving to a hospital right now.
Yes, but
probably going to take time. Like, hours.
My point is more like, is the ER 10 minutes away and we're waiting for like, you know, an hour, or is the ER like 45 minutes away and we're...
If I recall where he lives correctly, it's long. It's going to be like 20 to 30.
Okay.
Then you have to factor in like the treatment, blah blah blah, waiting for the roommate.
I am going to go out on a limb and say that we are probably done. But
have we got like a super emergency caster we could pull in?
Or actually ping Sinna and see if he'll play tank. And I can go caster.
Is Sinna awake?
Oh, yeah, he's not awake. Never mind. He's not awake unless he's been prompted, and he was up late last night.
Yeah. I mean, we have a bunch of people who are still not feeling particularly hot. I know I'm not feeling great. Sanai's not feeling great. I am very aware of the fact, however, that we are missing a lot of days recently due to a series of factors beyond our control, and that sucks. And I don't really know what to do about that.
For the more immediate response, do a quick reserve ping and just ask for a caster or tank.
Oh, Ivy's around. Oh, but she's not on our prop point. Fuck.
You can't really account for acts of God, can you?
No, not really. I mean, this entire month has been shit for actual like getting stuff done. Like I mean, you guys actually no, that's not true. You guys got some PD4 stuff.
We saw it before once.
No, we've seen it a couple times now.
Well, twice.
Yeah.
We've seen
Yeah,
it once with everybody alive.
Yeah, so
I-
that's
I've seen it a few times with other groups too.
yeah.
It,
Tit is around actually. Let me see if Tit wants to come play picture.
But yeah, like I said in chat yesterday, like last night, I have had friends who have started progging this and have cleared in the time that we have been like progging the entirety of like phase 3, trying to get into phase 4.
Yeah, it's
Like-
kind of the drawback of a static, especially when you have bad times where people are sick and everything, is it definitely slows you down versus, say, just going to PF and just playing on your own time.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm gonna point out the fact we were stuck on phase 3 for like 6 weeks.
Yeah, I don't want to like fucking do the fucking pep talk where I drag us again a little bit, but like,
Yeah.
Frog has not been great. So I don't know. I am unfortunately not in like a great position to be doing raid leader stuff right now either. But lol, Lamau.
Anyhow, yeah, I can play. I can play Picto, or not Picto. I can play Summoner or Warrior, so I can move around a bit. It will mean our DPS checks are a little bit tighter.
Just picked a low.
I can try and Picto. I do have the weapon. I just haven't actually done it. But I have been to phase. I mean, I've seen the last mechanic in phase 5 as a caster.
Mhm.
I'm probably gonna try and clear.
Honestly, I've not PF'd anything. Just frank, I just do not enjoy PF whatsoever. Like even the prospect of bringing in a single person from PF leaves to be kind of icky.
Yeah, I don't PF either. I do trial other statics and sub for other statics here and there, though.
Because we have a lot of like small idiosyncrasies as well with the group that don't translate over to the lesbian.
That's the main issue, and we were really pushing to get everything PF standard specifically so that we would have an easier time bringing in people from PF. I understand the aversion to PF, but like at some point you gotta do it. Like either you sit and you recruit, which is what we did before we started doing prog, or you sit in PF and try and get fills. And
Or you get better at
you
prog,
kinda-
you don't have to go
that's
through all
kind of
this
how you
shit.
network, really. That's how
other-
you find people to bring in as reps more often.
I do want to say something that has helped my other group.
Hmm.
My other group, but we never go into savage cold. Like we don't go. The raid leader refuses unless everyone says affirmatively says that they have done some content. He doesn't let anyone go. He doesn't let us go into raid night completely cold. So he makes sure doing a roulette is enough. Like doing expert roulette, just doing something where you're playing your job before within an hour before raid is usually enough. Like he doesn't want anyone going into the raid night cold, and he swears by it, but he thinks that it improves our performance. And I think
I understand the logic there. Yeah, like if you haven't been playing the game all day and you log on and you go straight into an ultimate, like it takes you a little bit of time to like shake off and get used to the playing of the game again. I understand that. However, like I also recognize that like we have a start time, and that start time is like something that we've all agreed on and we have all scheduled around, asking people to be on essentially like outside of raid times to warm up for raid times. Like that can potentially be a big ask depending on how individual schedules. I would be it's cool if people can do that would be sick. I'm not going to ask anybody to do it though, because like you literally get home in time for raid.
Yeah.
1 second.
I have taken notice to the fact that we tend to do particularly better towards the start of the night than we do the end of the night. Like once we get to like the hour 30 marks, things start to really fall off. I think people just lose focus.
I don't know what the in America they have what's called highway hypnosis. I don't know if they have that in the UK, but I think there's some sort of equivalent of rating hypnosis.
Highway hypnosis.
It's like
To a
when
degree, yeah.
you're driving.
When you're sort of autopiloting something, especially driving down a highway, because it's so consistent, nothing changes for a very long period of time, you just sort of, your brain shuts off, and that obviously can be very bad in Raid.
Oh yeah, no, I make a conscious effort to like be cognizant of what I'm doing in particularly in Ultimate, because like there's so much that can go wrong that'll send you right back to the beginning, and we're at the point now where our prop point is what, like 11-12 minutes into the fight. So like you don't want to be the person that causes the body check to fail and then you're back to the start again. You have to slog through those 11 minutes. I guess that's the worst part in particular about progging the Ultimate. Or just like any piece of content, really, right? Like getting to the midpoint onwards, the rest feels like a slog. I felt that way doing Uwu. Like I hated primals by the time I was done.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's any point in us sitting around waiting for Cozy to get back, because like as not, he probably won't be. If people could, at the very least, like be on standby, that would be great. But at the same time, Sanai, if you just want to go pass the fuck out, that's a-okay. And if that's the case, then yeah, obviously no point keeping everybody else on standby.
Right, if we're going back in, just
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll ping people if we're going back in.